Peace, everyone. It's Tamika Lachelle. Hi, all my goddesses. Peace, goddesses. How are you? And that right there is the little goddess. And she's all excited because today was the first day of school and she had homework. And she ran in the house to do it. Wow. I wonder how long that's going to last. Probably not long at all. Probably not long at all. Okay, so I've been tagged by one of my favorite, probably the favorite next to John B. Scott. I mean, Love B. Scott. John B. Scott. Wow, I'm stupid. Anyway, next to Love B. Scott, Fatty to Slim. And Fatty to Slim, there are 5 questions, and I have to tag 5 people. I've been tagged before by a couple of people. I've been tagged like 10 times. I'm not gonna even like front. I've been tagged 10 times on YouTube, and I haven't answered any of them because a lot of them aren't things I want to talk about, and I'm all about putting like positivity in the atmosphere, and I'm not going to speak negativity into the atmosphere if I don't think it's necessary. And so I haven't really answered any of those tags. So to answer this tag, and I thought this one was a good one since I'm doing the goddess weight release, and anywhere where the question says loss, I'm going to replace the word loss with release, okay? Because I believe in releasing the weight and not losing it, because if you lose something, you're likely to find it, and I don't want to find it ever again. So I'm releasing it, letting it go, and I'm giving it permission never to come back. Anyway, the first question is, what makes you happy? And let me just say this. All of these questions are loaded. I can ramble on all 5 of these questions for hours and hours and, and hours. So I'm going to try and keep these short and simple. What makes me happy? A lot of things make me happy. Like the wind blowing through my hair makes me happy. Someone kissing the nape of my neck makes me happy. But because these are related to weight release, I'm going to keep it there. And what makes me happy in this journey of weight release is meditating and exercising. Through meditation, I find focus, I'm grounded, I'm ready for my day, and I'm ready to end my day. And through exercise, I find energy, I find hope, I find I'm lighter, I find I'm more into myself, and that all makes me really, really happy. So that's what makes me happy. What is your favorite movie? Okay, so I thought about this, and 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 so I realized that I have 3 favorite movies, and I'm gonna do them in order. However, they're all my favorites. I could not have all 3 of these in my favorites. So my first favorite is The Color Purple. It's also one of my favorite books of all time. The Color Purple. I think The Color Purple, if you really look at The Color Purple and really watch The Color Purple, it is, I'm sorry, I'm getting a note. Tell them my cousin's in it. Oh, okay. The Color Purple went on, you know, Oprah did The Color Purple in New York, the play, and our cousin was in The Color Purple while it was in New York. I think it was 4 different seasons. So all 4 seasons she was in The Color Purple on Broadway. However, I'm speaking of the movie, and in The Color Purple, if you really watch it, you'll find that there's great symbolism, that there's a true moral story, and that there is true inspiration, and it really, like, it sits in your soul. It really, like, just, it sits there, and when you read it, and you get the same things, but it's kind of hit to you differently. When you watch it, it's like doubly reinforced, and I love it. And some of my favorite songs come out of that movie as well. So that's my first favorite movie. My second favorite movie, which none of these movies are in like the same genre, okay? So my second favorite movie is Dark Crystal. Yes, I'm retarded, I know, so what, okay? Yeah, so Dark Crystal, I love that. I love the symbolism of Dark Crystal. I love the venture, the story that they go through, the heartache, the past that they have to tell about, and the future that they can embody. I love the whole thing about Dark Crystal. I have that on beta, if y'all know what beta is. I have that on beta, which I bought myself. And I bought E.T. myself as well on beta. and I have it on VHS, and I have it on DVD. So that tells you how much I really like that movie. And then my last one, which people are probably gonna be like, okay, Miss Positive, how are you gonna, but I'm really into mind twisters. I like movies that make you think a lot, and all of my movies make you think, but just in different ways. And in my last movie, you really have to think about it to really get it, and that one is Usual Suspects. I love Kevin Spacey. It was the first time I ever saw him act, and I was like blown away by his performance. He is a true character actor. Another actor has not given their props. And just a side note, I have 4 actors that I think that Hollywood does not give props. The first, Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson has played every character known to man. The second, Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle has played every character known to man. The third, Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey is a true character actor and does his thing. And in Usual Suspects, his name just went out of my mind, but he says, "I'll flip ya! I'll flip ya!" That dude, he plays in another movie where it's about drugs. I can't remember the name of that movie either. And I can't remember his name, I'm really sorry. But he's another actor who is not getting his props in Hollywood. So anyway, so those are my 3. Color Purple, Dark Crystal, and Usual Suspects. Question number 3. What is the defining moment that made you decide to lose weight? And I'm going to regurgitate that and say, what is the defining moment that made you decide to release weight? And that defining moment was February 14th, Valentine's Day 2008. Although I didn't act on it in that moment, I decided at that moment that I needed to release weight, and that was my first surgery of 2008 for fibroids. As I've said, I went in about a month and a half prior to that, and I was one weight, and when I went in for my pre-op, I had gained 22 pounds, and it was devastating to me. So that was my defining moment, February 14th, 2008. What is your daily motivation as far as releasing weight? I'd have to say that my daily motivation is can you see her? Can you come into the camera there, Annie Quinettis? Her. That's my defining. I'm sorry. That is my daily motivation. I'm a single parent. Although I do have a partner, ultimately she is my responsibility. And as a mother, you want to see your child grow, and you want to see your child prosper, and you want to see your child become this amazing rock star that they dream of, or become this amazing doctor that they dream of, or whatever their aspiration is. You want to see that come to fruition. And so every time I look at her, I remember why it is I've set on this path. And so yeah, that's my daily motivation. And during the summer, every day that I worked out at home, she worked out with me. And how more motivated can you be than to have your daughter work out with you? Okay, so what will you do when you reach your goal weight? Another loaded question. I am a shopaholic. However, that isn't the first thing that came to my mind. Honestly, I have, and this is another sidebar. I know I don't have a lot of time, but this is another sidebar. Yeah, I have real problems with giving up my clothes. I have wonderful clothes. I really do have wonderful clothes. I've always been very selective with the clothes that I buy. A lot of my clothes are handmade, made specifically for me. I have a real problem with releasing and not being able to wear them. And the good thing about it is I know I can have them altered, because most of them are handmade, and someone who made them can then alter them and make them look the exact same way. So I'm okay with that. I don't think that I really will do that. I'm thinking something more of going to Africa or Italy. I'd love to go to the north of Italy, the south of France, and be in a bikini and feel comfortable around these gorgeous Mediterranean women, and and feel okay in my skin around them. I think that's what I would do. I probably would go, either to Egypt. And that's all the Mediterranean. So I'm going to say I will do the Mediterranean. I'm going to go to the Mediterranean when I release all the weight that I've planned to release. And go and be in a bikini and enjoy myself out on the beach.